Saturday march. I wasn't here yesterday, but from what I've heard, it was talked about. Some plans were made. I don't know if anybody wants to talk about what we decided. But
yeah,
that's an
Okay, so if you we don't want people talking over each other, so if you'd like to be put on a speakers list, raise your hand like this. We don't want people just like clapping or booing, so to show that you agree, you put 2 fingers up and wiggle them. Disagree, 2 fingers down. If you have clarification, for example, someone used an acronym and you want it explained, you put up a C, and the facilitator will address you after the next speaker is done. Similarly, if you have a point of information, for example, if someone says like, oh, we need to buy a fire extinguisher, but we have a fire, then you put up your one finger, and after that, the next person's done speaking, you'll say, we have a fire extinguisher came today. This is the most misused hand signal. It is for a brief fact, on topic, point of information. It is not used to cut the speakers list and have your say or ask a question. It's for pertinent point of information. If you can't hear the speaker, you put up an L for louder. Doesn't mean you're a loser, just L for louder. And if you disagree with something to the point that you will leave the movement, if it doesn't get rescinded, you put up a block like this. Also, we work on consensus-based decision-making, so that does not mean we take votes. That is not majority rules. So if you disagree with something, especially if you disagree with something so strongly, put your hand up, get on the speakers list, and join the conversation. Oh, and point of process, if a speaker's getting off topic, or there's a lot of cross chatter, you put up this, and the facilitator will address it.
I just want to point out that if someone holds up an L, and I don't want to mention names, but that does not mean yell out the first word, then continue at the tone you were originally doing it at. That means be louder. Because a lot of people are just yelling out the first thing and they go back and I can't hear it.
okay, so then we have our rules. No alcohol, no drugs, no violence, no discrimination. Pretty easy.
No swearing. No swearing. Keep the campsite clean.
So Saturday's march. Does anybody want to talk about this? Discuss this? Vernon?
Yes, I was.
I just want to know, is it happening?
Yes, there's always an event Saturday.
Okay, and now when is there?
Saturday at 1 p.m.
And we leave from the camp?
Yep.
Okay.
Terry?
Did you know there's a teaching today at 5
World
p.m.?
spends $8 billion.
Okay, we'll put that on
Economics
the...
teaching today at 5 p.m.
In regards to the march, we came to a consensus, and it's written down on the notes.
You know where the minutes are from yesterday? What was it?
There was something about marching down the street and individuals.
Same marching as last time. We're going to stop by all the banks and block the intersections for under 5 minutes.
It's going to have to be finalized.
It was finalized.
It was finalized.
We came to a consensus. Don't know exactly what the march is about.
Well, because tomorrow's the National Bank transfer.
We
I think we should have done
There's all kinds of leaked documents. Okay. Wow. But there's places, especially now, Kenya. Somehow somebody's in the government side is not over here. Literally, there isn't $1 left in Canada. They go there, they bring the groceries, they build the tent, suck up
I do.
and they
I'm
don't
just kind of enjoying it.
Oh, I just
You didn't notice?
I just sat down. Oh yes, let's go.
We're making a little fence
Olette, back, down Olette to Riverside Drive, back to Goya,
I
back to
don't know who it was.
Now, I believe there's a bank on the corner of Riverside Drive and
There's one at,
Olette.
there's two banks a block away from each other. Tomorrow is the National Bank Transfer Day, which is, what do you got? Go ahead.
No, do take a picture.
Oh. Tomorrow's the National Bank Transfer Day, where everybody's being called upon to take the money out of their banks and put it into a credit union.
But not during.
Not during the March. Does anybody else have anything to say about Saturday? I guess we can wait and talk about it tonight.
So it's the usual things we're blocking intersections along Let. Is that what it is?
I guess we're gonna have to media report?
Just me?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm putting some videos together to put on the website about the occupation, just this like media from a different perspective than what we've had so far. So what I have is a video showing like hand signals. I'm going for a video to sort of talk about like what general consensus is as opposed to majority votes. And I'm hoping to maybe put a video together where it's a montage of different occupiers talking about the reasons that they're here occupying. So if anybody wants to help out to put those videos together, just let me know. I'll be cornering you and asking if you'd like to do a short interview about why you're here, sort of thing. So yeah, anyway, just as an FYI.
I'll do that. Don't tell my
We did some more stuff about transferring the Facebook group last night. The name of the group can't be changed, so we changed the picture to say unofficial. We changed the description so it's very clear that it's not the official Facebook page, but the official stuff on there. My recommendation for anyone who does not want to be involved in that cesspit is to remove yourself.
They're fabulous.
As I did that myself too. I feel no better about my
Carrie and then Isaac.
I'm not sure how to, do you get added to the page or do you just,
the page, you just like it.
that's it?
Yeah.
And then you're on it.
Yeah.
So will it automatically come up like a, like it,
It'll
like
come
the
up.
group did?
No, you won't get notifications, but it will show up periodically.
So where is the official forum now?
There's forums on the website for committee use, and you can still post on the page. The difference is there's official Occupy Windsor posts on there now, and it's easier to find them instead of stuff being just bumped to the bottom. So if you want to post on the page, you can do that. The group, it still exists. It's just an open discussion. Like you might have a similar discussion at a coffee shop, right? So it's just.
What I said in response to a question about what was going on with the Facebook group and page and stuff is that the Facebook page and the website are what is going to be used by the General Assembly to communicate with Occupy Windsor members, the general public, that sort of thing, and that the group was just for general discussion about the movement, sort of thing.
If people choose to be a part of it, like
You know how the Rothschilds work.
Anything else from media? Or
is there anything about the internet yet?
Oh, we got electricity, so we can set up that media tent. Preferably like the ASAP, you know? Not right now.
We'll bring it back after.
I think we should have like a media meeting to discuss things about the website because there are some issues that we brought up. The forums right now are just for committee use and not for general use. We need to make it more open
That's what this
to people. Yeah, so we can
Also, the media committee, we need to discuss how people sign up for the forums because they're very confused about that. I'm sure it's really simple, but if you and I can just work something out where we just post something on the website and the Facebook
I
page.
just want to say that there's a really big button that says register.
You need to be added to the forums, though.
Oh yes, you do need to be added. That's why I want to make it more open for people.
A brief explanation of that would be really good because I signed up and then I went to write under.
You didn't verify your account. You have to put your email. You have to verify it. I verified it for you.
Alright.
And I did the same thing, and it still won't let me do it.
I'm gonna look
It
like a
says that
total
it is
moron.
I did verify it. I'm sure of it.
Mine
And
says
then-
it does.
And
I
then
am
when I went to
verified,
comment
and then
on
it still
when
doesn't
I
let me do
went to
it.
post on the thread, it just said that I wasn't.
Yes.
You didn't have permission. That's why I want to make it more open for people to post without having to be manually verified.
Carol.
No, and I
I
just
had your name on the list. Was the last announcement you made? Was that what you were going to talk about? Or is there something else to do?
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I thought you included me in that. Yeah, sorry. We're good.
Okay, conflict resolution.
We have a course that we put on.
Sorry, just
Sorry, we have a course from the CUW that we put on conflict resolution, and I don't know if you'd like me to put together something on that, especially for the people that are staying here.
yes.
And then we can actually have, there's some mediation steps, so if there's somebody in an argument, exactly how somebody would come in and help mediate that, and then, I mean, nobody's going to be an authority on this, but it certainly gives us some tools. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. If you want to pick a day and write it on the chalkboard in there.
Okay.
Daryl?
Don't forget to use the calendar on OccupyWindsor.com. Just post the event on there.
Archiving the service.
Also, it's going to be a historic event next week, I believe, on the 12th. The Saturday March is going to be the reason why we come down here to Occupy. I know that the media and the Declaration and the Arts Committee have put together an idea that everybody is to put their information or if possible in some way, shape, or form through poems, their artwork, or maybe writing it or whatever, put their story on and why. And maybe we'll put a quilt, make a quilt of it. Also, I'd like, if you want to and you would like your story, for example, you're saying is you're going to video it, and I'm saying if anybody just wants to write it, then, we could do that too. We could actually have a printed media archive of the stories as well. And I'm willing to do that.
Teach-in today. Is that you, the president?
Yeah.
What is that?
Today, according to the November 1st minutes that I just typed up, there's a teach-in today at 5 p.m. on economics. I believe it's to do with the march tomorrow. And I would suggest that whoever's doing that teach-in come an hour prior to tomorrow's march and give information to the people here, and so we can have some strategic signs done. And, I think it might be nice to always start a march up, maybe even a half hour prior with the group and recap what it is that we do an education.
Erna has a clarification than you and then me.
Is the teaching today or tomorrow?
I believe it's Friday, 5 p.m.
I'll check it.
Today's Friday, right?
Yep.
Rob?
I wanted to know how one goes about. I want to do teaching. So how do I go about doing it?
You say I want to do a teach-in and bam, it's done. No,
That's
just we have a board inside.
So I want to do a teaching on poverty.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You could just write your name up there, write a time when you want to do it.
Okay.
If you want to let somebody know, or if I see it, I can post it on Facebook. If you go to the website, there's a calendar on the website, and I believe you can click on the day and you can type in what you want to do that day, so that people can look at the calendar and see that there's a teach-in there. And it's probably good to promote it amongst the
box does, yeah.
I guess we don't implement so a lot of people understand. I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was now. What were you talking about?
The teaching for the economics. I wanted to be added to the speakers.
Yeah, go ahead.
On Bill C-19. Bill C-19 is on the long gun registry and the dismantling of the data.
Okay.
Now, it's been pushed through the House of Commons, and there's a very good chance that that's not going to be, we're not going to have one, and that's not the debate.
Yeah.
But the debate I would suggest that it would be something that we would look is that no matter who did what over the whole, how it was done, and if it was not properly done, but it inevitably costs a lot of money to create.
Yeah.
Today, they're talking about dismantling it, but they're talking about destroying all the evidence of it. And this is something that police are saying is helpful to them, that they access 17,000 times a day across Canada. And so, inevitably what will happen is that it'll just not be updated, so it'll run its own course and not be useful to them. But today, it seems as though it's still useful. So I don't understand if something on the contingency of costing a lot of money to create, and that's why we don't want it, it's not valuable, that we would spend money to dismantle it. Something that, there are proponents that keep saying that they're still using it, and eventually just fade away over time.
Could you perhaps hold the teacher on that? Because I have no idea.
Yes. Teach it, yes.
I wanted to try to get you to do another scene of teaching. I think it's important that we don't just do teachers all the time. We need to do them all.
There's Bill C-10 coming in, and that's really something that we should be concerned about, because that's going to take away all
teachers
our...
on the list.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about something. So I think we need to see I think we need another media training. I know your rights. So you said you'll do,
Did you even know your rights?
we did, but it needs to be done again, desperately. Did anybody want to, you said you would do the CETA one? And the C10 one?
C10 and a C19. C19 is a long gun registry. C10 is C10 is it's to do with jails. It's a comprehensive bill. There's a pile of things, but I know that part of it has to do. So I don't have an officer at the top.
And with teach-ins and ones that need to be done again, will you do another media training?
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty open, so whenever people want to.
Turn it?
Yeah, this 19.
No, and that's what I'm saying. C10 is the omnibus crime bill.
Along with C15.
Exactly. C19 is C391, and it's been going on since the Cold Poly attack. So, but they're pushing that through right now. It's already passed second reading. It's gone to committee reports, and they expect it to go.
I just wanted to say, I'm not positive on this, but generally, I think it's not just in C10. I think one of the bills, the way an omnibus is a motion to pass a number of motions as one, or a number of bills as one. So there's been a couple of bills that have been brought up as part of this. C10, I'm pretty sure, is just one of the bills in the omnibus package.
Turn it, Rob.
The omnibus crime bill includes C10, C50, Ruther, C53, and apparently not C19.
There could be others.
There could be others. Yeah.
Rob.
Excuse me for repeating myself. So that I just put my name up on the board and what it's going to be and what.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. What was it you wanted to do it on? Sorry, poverty.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'm just going to put your name down.
And on the calendar on the Occupy.com.
Yeah. I can write down the website so everyone can read
Or
it.
you can ask us.
Okay. Yeah, you do that.
Daryl?
I can do another one on posting in education.
Sorry?
I can do another one on post-secondary education.
I don't know if this has been said, but we should film as many of these as possible. As many of the teach-ins as possible.
I was just gonna bring it up that, or is there anything else on that subject?
Teach-ins.
I was gonna bring up that there's a documentary night tonight at WAC after the 7 p.m. General Assembly, so probably about 8:30. We're gonna be every Friday night after the General Assembly, and I believe we're showing Capitalism: A Love Story. If anybody wants to go, should be food.
That or four door.
And I wanted to bring up again. I think everybody might have been here. No, actually, a couple days ago, a gentleman came to talk to us. I was thinking about it yesterday, and I decided that it was actually really awesome that he came, because it was somebody that was kind of reaching out to us as well for the first time. He was involved with a nursing home, a rest home that was on Glacier, and there was 2 houses beside each other. They had 18 residents. There were mental health patients and elderly. Some of them had lived there for up to 11 years, and there was some questions about how it was being run. And from my understanding, it didn't seem like it was anything too serious, but it got shut down right away. I live right down the street from there, and within 12 hours from the city shutting it down, they were already moving the residents out. And the people that were running it didn't really see it as justified, and there's going to be a hearing at council chambers on Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. And he just kind of came. He's a really nice man. He just came and kind of gave us the rundown of what happened, and he said, it's not really my place to say too much about it, but I just want to let the people know that it didn't seem right. I think that the residents of Windsor should know what's happening, and he kind of put a call out to see if we could support him at all and to go to the meeting and sit in and see what was happening. So I'm going personally, and I think it'd be great if a lot of people went, because that's kind of what we're here for, and I think it was amazing that somebody actually reached out to us, so we should support it.
Okay, that came up in the minutes a couple days ago. I'm just wondering whether or not, when I see that in the minutes, should I be putting that to a calendar as well? Because some of these things, I think the reason it's coming in the minutes, we're talking about it, and then the next group is not seeing. So should we be, if it's an actual event or somebody put it, I'm going to put it right from that event to the calendar.
I think that would be good, yeah.
When is this and where?
It's Tuesday. This upcoming Tuesday at 9:30 a.m.
Where? Yes, I know which
I'm gonna have to find out.
You're just in front. That gentleman just brought some chicken and some pastries, I believe, and some rye bread, so it's warm. If anyone's hungry. Yeah, hot dogs and free fries. Where did Spence leave?
Yes. I can get the details on that. I have his phone. That's the end of the list if anybody has anything else to say. Anything else?
Let's go. Okay, I'm going to do it this time. I just know what to do it. We end all our GAs with...
No, I was on last.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry.
Rob, sorry. Go ahead.
I want you people to know, although I don't live here, my heart is here at all times. This takes me back 40 years. Okay. And I've been very active, in a lot of activism. Homelessness is my main expertise. Okay. Let me wash that down then, sir. A brother of ours, Robbie, tall Robbie, told me there was a CAW flag flying in the camp. Okay? I heard that and my heart just broke. And I'll tell you why. When I heard that there was a CAW flag in camp, I was both saddened and brokenhearted. I was saddened because by doing so, we are going to give up we are the 99% cause. It will now become CAW cause. I was heartbroken because we had a solid movement that took me back a long time. Now our movement will not be a 99 movement, but a CAW movement. And with puppets. Wait till I'm finished, and then you can go back.
Point.
Okay.
The point is that if you're reading a statement, you decided that you would provide the statement.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, if you're going to read a statement and you can provide it, then I can, because I don't want to miss what you're saying.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, okay.
CAW and Windsor in particular does not want to help. He wants the 99% movement to become a showpiece with the CAW. And then we'll become his puppets. I've had many years of social activism and I'm aware of the CAW tactics. A friend and I were going to start a food bank right downtown. That was good. At that time, food banks didn't handle fresh produce. But my friend and I were going to open a food bank right downtown that could handle produce and perishables. We went before United Ways, the proposal. You got to hand in your proposals, and the allocations committee decides whether you get the money or not. So we made our proposal, and it went over well. They see the because I know the head of the allocations committee. I know him, and I asked him, what our chances were, and he said they're really pretty good. But halfway through our presentation, walks in Pam Hines, who is the executive director of the Unemployed Help Center, which is CAW, and said, "We don't need this. You don't need to do this. We are already doing it." And turned around and walked out. We never heard anything back on our proposal. And 2 weeks later, the Unemployed Help Center starts converting their facility to accommodate perishables. In this city, and I've lived here 58 years, and if the CAW don't want it to happen, it won't happen. I don't trust them. I've had too many run-ins with them. And I'm not talking about the worker on the line. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the union bosses. What do we say 5 times after each GA? We are the 99%. We are the 99%. We don't say we are the CAW. Putting a flag in here, a CAW flag, is going to turn this movement into a puppet of the CAW. They want to get the press that this place would get with a CAW flag. So I was going to say, please remove the flag. It's not here. I didn't know it wasn't here. I thought it was still here. The CAW is part of the 1% that we are. They are. I'm not talking about the guy on the line. I'm talking about the bosses at the top. Why do you disagree? Okay. Our 99% movement, I want it to be, you want to be in cahoots with the huge corporation, which I believe the union to be. Not the workers, but the bosses at the top. I hope you save our integrity as individuals and as a group. Please remove the CAW flag. And I also have down here, it would not be beyond Luenza's tactics to send in goons and then send in other goons to save us, to get into the press that the CAW saves Occupy Windsor. Okay? I've known this man. I've had many run-ins with him, and he's a nice man, but very, very, what's it called? Ulterior motives. Okay, so if anybody wants to address anything that I said, be free to, and I will answer any questions that you have about it. Yes.
I just want to respectfully tell you that we had a GA meeting several days ago in which the question of the flag was flying here. And at that particular GA, it was decided that nobody's flag would fly unless it's on the march, on the Saturday march. And if you come down as a contingency, anybody can bring their flags representing themselves. Until we had enough diversity here on the site in which no one entity would be represented over the occupation. So that was agreed by everybody in the camp, including members of the CAWWC. Now I also want to tell you that I am one of the national representatives of the Canadian Armed Forces. So when you say the bosses of the CAW, I guess that I would fall in that kind of category. I'm here because I believe in the occupation. I have daughters that are now living in Alberta because they can't afford the lifestyle that I provide them here in Windsor. So I have the same issues as anybody else. I do have a job, but I have a job to my members as well. Frankly, it's insulting to me that you would sit here and tell me personally that I'm a goon on this site when I've spent time. You're saying that goons are up at the CAW, or goons on the site. I've spent countless time trying to just be here and support them. I'm amazed by this new way of doing things. And I'll agree, there's always pros and cons to everything. What I ask of you is to have an open mind the way I am. At my age, there's a lot of traditional things that I do. Ways I think that we should have resolutions to conflicts, ways I think things should be done. I'm here to learn a new way along with everybody, because what we're doing is not working. How we're running our country is not working. So it's not what I want, it's what I don't want anymore. I don't want anybody to tell anybody how we're supposed to be. This is the new setting here, the new place for us to formulate new friendships. And I'm here as just another person here, and I hope you respect the fact that the people that are coming here now, I'm bringing expertise that I got from the CAW, the teaching of the CETA and whatnot. I've been in an enviable position to get exposure to many different things, but at the same time, I just want to share them. I don't want to force anything on you. I'm part of the 99%, just like you. Trust me, I'm not one of the uber rich manipulating people. Okay. Any comments?
Yeah, the first thing I'd like to say, regardless of anyone's personal history with other members of the campsite, the General Assembly is never a forum for personal attacks. Secondly, I don't think the union or any union is part of the 1% or the union leadership. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. They are not making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. They are not pulling the strings. They don't have, the government in their pocket. Like, unions are under attack in this country, and I'm not saying they're perfect, not by a long stretch, but they're not part of the 1%, they're part of the struggle. In terms of having a CAW flag here, my personal opinion is that we should have tons and tons of flags here of various types. When there was just a CAW flag and Canadian flags here, yeah, I agree that was problematic. What I'd like to see is flags of every different political standing, from communist to libertarian, everything in between. So, with certain exceptions, I don't want to see a KKK flag here, but anyways. And in terms of the CAW taking it over, one thing in my experience in organizing in the city, the unions are a very powerful ally, and it's hard to do activism in the city. In one way or another, need to communicate with them. And it's a concern of not only this campsite, but the unions themselves, of them taking it over. And all the conversations I've had with different CAW folk who've been on the campsite and who have been dedicated to staying over, and I'm not just talking about Ken Woodson Jr., but other people as well, it's their concern that they don't want to take this over, that they want other people taking the leadership. And if you don't believe me, I had Ken on my radio show last night, and he said it's great to see people. If he didn't say it on the show, he said it beforehand. Now I'm starting to get it mixed up in my head, but he said it's great to see people other than the auto workers taking the leadership on this, and they don't want to be taking the leadership role, they want to be taking the support role. And they've helped us out a lot. And we could have done it without them. We could have done this without them for sure. But the auto workers and the union folk are under attack, just like the poor in this country. And yes, they do have things better, but we shouldn't be trying to knock them down a peg. We should try and get everyone, increase everyone's standard of living.
Sorry, just Daryl, and then me, and then
I think this is
So there is a long history of large organizations trying to co-opt social movements for their purposes. And I was a bit leery when I first came to the first meeting about this. I was worried that I was going to see faces that I'd seen very often from large organizations who were looking to take this and turn it to their purposes. But I actually met a bunch of strangers who I'd never seen before, everyday average people who'd really been touched by what was happening in New York City and generally wanted to see something come of that. And that's the majority of the people that I do see here. Obviously, as Rob has pointed out, we'll need to be aware of is in our camp and why they're here, and we'll just have to make sure to do our best to keep this thing genuine, keep this a grassroots sort of movement. I don't want to turn anyone away. And so far, as it's been noted, the CAW, they've been here, they've been making contributions, but they haven't been at the forefront of this movement. They're not regularly doing interviews, they're not co-opting the General Assemblies, that sort of thing. There has been a history also of unions sort of staying apart from social movements, and for the first time, the labor movement is sort of rejoining the social justice movement, and this is a very historical moment which I'd like to see continue. And other groups like the Ontario Federation of Labour, they said, we want to help you, but we don't want to take this over. And so if you want to send us your press releases, we're happy to disseminate those along our networks, but we're not going to be on the ground in your camp taking this entire thing over.
I just want to say that he expressed what I